Yes, people, and welcome back to the What's Going On podcast, Onnnnnnn TV. We're here, we're back. And if you are new, please hit that like button, subscribe and share to the channel, mate. Onwards and upwards. Listen, what are we saying, people, in the chat? What are we saying? What are we saying? Yeah, we are through to a Champions League final. Finally, after 20 years, people, after 20 long years, 2006, I remember 2006. I was down in the pub down, I think it was down by Highbury Corner. I can't remember the name of the pub, and there was loads of us in the pub. And I remember that day, man. I remember that day when, what's the name got sent off, Lehman got sent off, and you're thinking, right, okay. Only had a massive chance. All right, Sol Campbell puts the ball in the back of the net, and that pub went wild. It went wild, mate. It was like that pub was going to fall down, bro. It was like, but goodness gracious me, Almunia, the vampire. Yeah, the vampire, the one that doesn't like crosses. How are you letting that goal in at your near post, brother? Yeah? DJB was out there, living that dream. Seeing Henri walk out, tapping that trophy. Well, guys, we're back after 20 long years. Yesterday, what a atmosphere. Listen, it wasn't the best of games. Let's get that clear. It wasn't the best of games, but the atmosphere was absolutely fantastic. Watching it on TV in my house with the family and everything, apart from my missus, she's a Liverpool supporter, so she wasn't really interested. But the rest of us, mate, it was pandemonium in that house when that final whistle went. When that final whistle went, it was pandemonium, man. I'm telling you. And so we are here, people. We are here. Big up to those players yesterday. And listen, I'll take my hat off. Mikel Arteta, I'll take my hat off to you. Because you played the team that we wanted to see against Fulham, and you gave us that. Miles Lewis-Skelly. Who knew, people? Who knew? Why did we not play this guy from earlier on in the season? Why? Why did we play this guy from earlier on in the season? I don't get it. I don't get it. But listen, before I go into the chat, yeah, because they're all in, I'm going to add Mr. Big D to the stage. What we're saying, Big D, come on, Arsenal are through to a Champions League final. You're muted, my brother. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. We're there. We're there. We're there. We're there. Yeah, bro. I don't know if you watched the game, bro.
Yeah, I watched the game. I watched the game. Yeah, I watched the
game. Listen. I am over the moon, bro. I am over the moon, man. Ecstatic, and the fact that after 20 long years, D, we finally done it. We finally got there. And don't say it. Don't say to me, Norman, how you Arteta in and all that. I saw it on our chat last night.
Brother.
I saw it on our chat last night, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I have to leave that alone until the results are the results. So the fat ladies,
I guess exactly until the big people sing. Yeah, PC correct.
I had to correct myself right there. To the big people sing.
To the big people that sings, brother. But listen, man. Listen, before I get into the chat, the world-class chat, what we're saying, man, how you been? How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Norms. I'm doing good. I just did the double over the current champions, mate. Reigning champions. I mean, come on, man. Chat about Liverpool. Chat about. Anyway,
listen, I'm going to talk about that.
I'm not even getting gassed.
Look. Listen, Carrick is your manager. Carrick is your manager. Yeah, you will have this manager. Yeah, it's looking likely, Big D. Not only that, we have to talk about that Sesko handball. It took 22 minutes. We'll talk about that 22 minutes later to find out that the man brushed the man's fingers. But we'll come back to that. Yeah, we need to focus on this behind me. Yeah, this behind me. We are in a Champions League final, D. We face either Atletico, we beat them, obviously. We face either Bayern Munich or PSG. Yeah. And listen, if I had a choice, bro, Let me just take the echo off. Can you? That's better, a bit better. So,
Yeah,
can you hear me? You can hear me still? A little
yeah,
bit too much
cool,
echo.
yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I would probably rather face Bayern Munich, but listen, you got to
Yeah,
be in it. D, you
I
got to
hear
be in
you.
it to win it. You got to be in
I
it to
hear
win
you.
it. Yeah, you got to be in it to win it. And listen, it's probably going to be the case that one of them teams is going to be the favourites. We're probably going in as slightly underdogs, and I don't mind
Yeah.
that. I don't mind that tag. But D, we're in there, and that's all that matters. But before we go into it, let's get into the chat. And Khawaja, the Perez of the mods, is there, coming in at 5:08 p.m. Yes, to be precise. And big up to Normski, along with the panel in the chat. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. And Khawaja's just saying, yep, smash the like, subscribe to Normski and the panel if they have a channel, people. J Lux, man, big up to you. Good evening, brother Normski. I'm here. The brother is here. The brother is here, bro. And we are celebrating, mate. Yeah, we are celebrating. Christian Perianke has been named Arsenal Player of the Month for April. Listen, he has played well for us. And we need to, I think we probably got him locked down. I think we've got him locked down. So we need to get this guy over the line. Came on and solidified that defense up last night. And a player. And that cross that he put in for Victor Gokres, man. Bro, jeez. Jeez, that would have put the game to bed, but it is what it is. Subscribe to J Lux, Khawaja, thank you for that. Khawaja, J Lux just saying thank you to you. Just the dappings are happening right now. Khawaja, big up J Lux, no worries, my man. And Khawaja saying 4 likes off. Come on, guys, there's 15 people in here. Please smash those likes right now. Hit those likes button whilst we're live. Get those likes up to 15. Come on now. As they say, don't be pagans now. You know what I'm saying? 4 likes off. I'll keep smashing it. Khawaja saying, big up Norsley from Gavin. Big up to you, Gavin, every time, man. You're always in, and I really appreciate you coming in. And we're going to have a conversation tonight. Prediction for the second semi-final. Bayern Munich 2-2. Khawaja going ahead. And Bayern Munich just edging it 7-6 on aggregate. Boy, yeah, if that, I would love that. I would love that. I'm not going to lie. I would probably prefer Bayern Munich. But I just said, D, you got to be in it to win it, brother. And anything can happen. Anything can happen. And Gavin's just saying, big up J Lux. And Gavin is saying, big up to you, Big D. And
Yes, Gavin, big up yourself, man.
Khawaja saying, big up Khawaja. Gavin's just saying, big up Khawaja. Another dapping's there. Karim Benzema is one of the most overrated players of all time.
Really?
Do you agree with that, D? Because we was listen.
Karim.
That's interesting. Why Khawaja? Tell us why. Tell us why. Because I'll tell you what,
attitude, but he could play, Norms.
He could play, brother. He could play, brother. We was look how long we've been not chasing that geezer. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right. Yeah.
And the man is now.
I'm not sure if we were ever linked with him, but he can play.
Yeah, we was definitely.
I don't think we were ever linked with him. We might have been, but maybe when Pogba was there, I think we was linked with him. When Pogba was at United, maybe. But
yeah. And Khawaja just saying, big up to Gavin. J Lux, Gavin, good evening, bro. And just Khawaja just putting in his channel, his second channel in there. And go and subscribe to his channel. The Manchester United need to win their last 2 games for United to stand to cut his hair. D. I forgot like him.
That gimmick, brother. Man, that gimmick needs to chill, man. Allow him. You know what I mean? This is the thing. He's got enough publicity off it now. You should just say, we qualified for Champions League. I'm cutting my hair. You know the ones.
Yeah.
Or cut your hair because you did a double of the current champions. How about that one? Put yourself out of the misery.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens. Prem de la creme. That's what it is, man. And listen, bros. Listen, D, we're gonna. I think we're gonna deal with Arsenal first before we deal with all the other subject matters, and I'll let you know what's on the menu tonight. Yeah, man. So even lads, smash the likes and subscribe. PSG v Forest Super Cup. Wow. Is that what we're saying now? You don't think Arsenal are gonna get there? PSG, because listen, if Aston Villa or Nottingham Forest, who I'm telling you, I've had a massive turnaround. D. They've had a massive turnaround. Victor Perez doing a job with them. You know what I mean? And big up to him. You know, beating them 1-0, albeit it was a penalty. They go to Aston Villa tonight. Aston Villa arrested all their players. And obviously, by them arresting all their players, have allowed Spurs to come back in to the fold. West Ham dropping back into the relegation. And we play West Ham this Sunday, Super Sunday. I don't care now. West Ham, I'm sorry. I can't help you out. Can't help you out this time. Sorry. I'm sorry, man. You know what I mean? You
Oh
should have
yeah,
done
you
the
guys paid him,
business.
innit? You guys paid him, yeah.
Yeah, playing them Sunday, Super Sundays at 4:30. We
Should have
should
beaten
have dealt with
Spurs.
them. Should have beaten them, man. Ben Belaza, if I pronounce it, 8162. Nice one, boys. Up the Arsenal. Up the Arsenal. If you're new to the channel, you look first time I've seen you in here. You may have been in here, but apologies if I didn't recognize you. But big up to you every time. Please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Waha, good evening, Normski and D. Yeah, big up
Yes,
Waha,
sir.
big Man United fan. Big up to you. And Kawaja says Bayern Munich versus PG combined 11. So this is what Kawaja's gone for. Neuer, Stanisic, Marquinhos, Paco, if I can pronounce it, Mendes, Vitinha, Kimmich, Musiala, Kvaratskhelia, Elise, and Kane. I'd agree. It's very,
Yes,
very, very strong.
that's
Very
quite
strong.
balanced. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, very strong. Very strong. Very strong.
Elise, boy, I don't know how we let this man slip through the fingers, man. I don't know how he ended up in Germany. Same with Harry Kane. It's like, seriously,
And
when you're trying to rebuild with two men like that are already in the league, go to Germany, it's like, we're not ready, man. Anyway, one of them knows.
Yeah. Wow, just coming back and saying Kieran Benzema is not overrated. No way. Wahaha just saluting Gavin, should I say, is saluting Wahaha.
Yeah.
And Wahaha back to Gavin. And please subscribe to Waha's channel. Thank you very much, Kwaja, for putting his link in the chat. And as usual, big up to you, Wahaha, putting in the link for my friend who's going through treatment for cancer. Again, thank you very much for doing that. Really appreciate that, bruv. Akim is out, by the way. Akimi is out. Yeah, I'm here. Is it a tear? Is it an hamstring tear? I heard it was some sort of tear. I wasn't too sure. I did read something or hear something along them lines.
It might be season ending. Even it might be season ending for him.
Oh, that's
the
interesting.
thing, isn't it, Norm? Them
World
muscle
Cup
ligament
year as well.
injuries.
Do you know what I mean? World Cup year. Do you know what I mean? Is he going to be ready? You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But, bruh, listen, look, we have a lot to talk about. And let me just quickly just go through the menu as I normally do each week. Obviously, you've seen it already. And if anybody else comes on, we can obviously share that with them. So listen, as usual, we're going to look at the Prem review, the weekend, the games that have sort of taken place over the weekend and such forth. And one of the things is this one is, wow, game of 2 halves. City opens the door to a massive title twist. We saw that happen against Everton. That was crazy. Obviously, we're going to look at ref watch. And Sesko is a big talking point there with the handball situation. 6 straight Premier League defeats for Chelsea. What has gone wrong, D? What has gone wrong with this club? And it's back in our hands. 3 wins and the title is ours. Or is it that simple, D? Is it that simple? And obviously we've got the what's going on prediction results, game week 35, and the what's going on fantasy Premier shout out by you. And I thought I'd just chuck this one in. And oh, by the way, we're in a Champions League final. Come on, you Gunners. Come on. Loving it. I'm loving it. But D, listen, we have to talk about, first and foremost, the Champions League last night. But last week, we played the first leg against Atletico Madrid. And let me just find the actual fixture on the One Football. Yeah. So with the first leg, it ended up as a 1-1 draw. We get a penalty, because obviously it was on the same night we was streaming. Victor Gyokeres in the 44th minute had a penalty disallowed in that game. And the thing about it, the angle, I've been on other shows and we've seen other angles where it doesn't look like he's actually touched. Eze's foot. You know what I mean? So there's different angles you've seen. You're thinking, what's going on here? And the same thing, with the Sesko situation. 22 minutes later, they've seen an angle where it's brushed his hand. So it's too late now. And obviously, Slot was fuming over that. But that game, and then Julian Alvarez, handball by Ben White. doing that. He's hit his knee and come up. Oh, he's fine. Hit the hand. In the Champions League, handball is a handball. You're not going to get away with it. You know what I'm trying to say? And we come out of that stadium 1-1. It's in the balance, and you're thinking, right, second leg away at home at the Emirates. You know what I mean? And I think, obviously, in that game now, you're thinking, we're one step away from getting into a Champions League final. Atletico Madrid rested all their players at the weekend. All 11 outfield players, they rested them. We had to play a game against Fulham, which we'll kind of touch on. And a great 45 minutes by Arsenal. Victor Gyökeres getting 2 goals in there, Saka getting 2 goals. It seems like Saka's finding a little bit of form. And it's round about this time now into the real business end of the season. He's found a little bit of form. Gyökeres, for me,
taking him nearly a season now, Norm, isn't it?
What, for Saka?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the injuries, albeit the injuries, but even when he's come in, he hasn't looked brilliant. Yeah. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Even yesterday, Norm, when he subbed him yesterday, he was limping off again. And I'm like,
well, he always looks like he's limping. Yeah, but it's always that's what it is. That's I mean, look, it is what it is. I think that's the Saka now. Do you know what I mean? Everybody, I don't think there's anything. I think he's, Arteta's taking him off for precaution because we got another massive game on Sunday, Super Sunday. So we need to preserve him. And I don't think he's got a full 90 minutes in him. I think he's only got 45 minutes, 50 minutes in him. So hence why. But then look at his understudy. Oh my God. I don't know if this guy getting paid 150 grand. We paid 52 million for this brother. Madueke,
no.
Listen, I see the man go down the byline, D. Goes down the byline, kicks the ball. He went to cross it and it's gone out. I'm like, what's it? And he's laughing. What are we doing here? How's that man?
You can't be laughing when you're messing up like that.
Oh man, it's for me. I'm sorry, man.
Even if you pretend that you look disgusted with yourself, but you can't be showing teeth when you're doing madness like that.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Anyway, man, but no, it's an interesting one with Arsenal, right? Because we know this, and I think the footballing gods.
Sorry,
money. Good to see you, my friend.
You haven't finished. It's on one line. You only given us one line. You only give us one line today.
Money.
We say this. Big up to you every time.
Yes.
Bless up, man. Big up to the Emperor SC. Big up Nulski. And again, you look like you're new to the channel. If you're not, you're being in here. Apologies, but respect to you. Smash that like, man, and subscribe to the channel. Just quickly, let's hope Manchester City drop points to Brentford. Listen, anything can happen in that game because what we saw there, and we will talk about Man City, that will come about. I just want to be focusing on Arsenal. You know what I mean?
I told you last week, Norm, there was twists and turns. Last week I told you on the show there's twists and turns to come, brother. This is not just because City went top on goal difference. I like it, and I said
you said it. But D, after watching the way we played, after the way we've capitulated, I didn't see no hope. I couldn't see light at the end of the tunnel. But listen, 20 years finally we're back. But just before we touch on that, I'll bring that thing back up. Ez, money, Ez.
Yes, sir,
brother. I know it's tough for you.
No, man, it's beyond that.
It's tough for you. I feel it for you, bro. You understand? The ops, I feel it for you, brother. Chelsea's not in a good place, and we will talk about. But aside from Chelsea, Chelsea messing up your equilibrium and all of that. How you do, bro?
No, that's why it's important. You win in life. You know
already.
When the team's not winning, you're winning in life. You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro.
I like that quote. I like that.
You know.
Man, I hear that, bro. I hear that.
I've got a good God that loves me, and I've got a good family that loves me.
Big up, respect.
You know what I'm saying?
Respect, man. Big up.
All I had to
and
do,
I'm sure,
is make sure that I took my son to bed straight after Chelsea lost 3-1. And when I told him his bedtime story, I said, son, this is not the Chelsea that I'm trying to pitch to you right now, because on the flip side, he's got his mum celebrating Champions League finals, you know, going for titles, and at the moment, I haven't got a great pitch. I haven't got a good pitch.
I want to ask you, Ed, how's the household right there? Because my niece, big Arsenal fan. How was the household when we went through?
Do you know what? Yeah, there's a line that says "happy wife, happy life." Yeah, I don't agree with that, but happy spouse, happy house. Yeah, that's what we'll go with, right? And for some reason, my food was made with some extra love. And
Okay.
you know, and there's some good happy vibes going on in this house. So you know what? Maybe Arsenal need to keep on doing all this for a little while.
While Chelsea suffer,
I have to look at the benefits, Norms. That's the only thing.
Yeah, reap the benefits, bro.
That's
all.
The benefits. That's the only thing I can do. Otherwise, the glasses are coming back out, which I refuse to do right now. I refuse to put on the glass.
Yeah.
So I have to look at the positives here. Arsenal are making the house happy. You know, I can't be mad at that, Normsky. I can't be mad at that. You know, and you know what? A part of me wants you to experience the double, man. You know, it's been a long time coming. You know, champions of Europe, if you can do it. You know.
Yeah, I know that famous song, "Champions of Europe." We can't sing. You never sing that, and we need to sing it, brother. We need to sing. I don't know what our chances are. Listen, we've gone unbeaten. Yeah. In that, and if I share this, I mean, look, let me take off this, man, and just look at that. You know, somebody said to me today, a mate of mine rang me up. He goes, "Norms, you know that we could go invincible in the Champions League and win." Nah, I don't know how true this is. Unless it's just something that just said. Yeah, right. But listen, you look at that. We've had 2 draws in that. Or is it 2, 3? No, 3 draws in there, and the rest wins. We will face either Bayern Munich or PSG in Budapest. And I'm hearing the mad prices for some of them tickets. I've got a friend of mine.
It gets insane, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is where it's going to get mad.
£6,000 for a ticket.
No.
£6,000 for a ticket, people.
Stop it, coming like NBA. Coming like courtside at the NBA, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's mad.
It's criminal, no.
Hey, big up to my sis. Big up Kay. We say it every time. Big up.
Well, Kay, we see you.
we see you. She likes football only when Brazil are playing. So yeah.
Thank you, Kay. Kay understands. She understands.
Inter Milan, AC Milan, Liverpool, Red Star, Forest, Barcelona, all have gone unbeaten. Yeah. Okay, fair play. So that we ain't gonna hold that then. So I hear that. Yeah, I hear that. Should do my research a little bit better. Still, you know what I'm trying to say. But look, we're into a final after 20 long years, and I was just sort of saying before you guys come on. I remember going down to the pub in sort of in a Highbury corner to watch the games with a few of the mans them, and I remember like Henry is walking out and he touched the big ears, you know what I mean, and the yellow kit and everything. And we, you know, in that game, Barcelona were good under Rijkaard. They were good, you know what I mean. They were a good team and everything. And you know, getting to that final, the journey of getting to that final was good. Beating the likes of some top teams on the way there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You know, and I was quietly confident in that game. I thought, you know what I mean, we've met, you know, because we was playing that ticky-tacky football, you wouldn't call it. Yeah. Obviously up against, you know, this Barcelona. And we have the sending off, you know, by Lehmann. Almunia comes on. I'm thinking, oh my gosh. Almunia, they call him the vampire. If you don't know what it means, he's like he's scared of crosses, yeah? That's what the players nicknamed him, the vampire, yeah? But the thing was, Sol Campbell scored in that game. I remember it was from a cross. And brother, the place went crazy. I thought the building was going to fall down. Bro. And then, obviously, you know, they get the winner. He's got to be saving it. Almunia's got to be saving that. He's near post. I mean, I look back at that and just think to myself, and you know, the element of being robbed out there, we was robbed. Right. You know what I mean? That's going to live long in the memories of a lot of us Arsenal fans. But listen, we're back in another final. 20 years, 2 finals now under Mikel Arteta. And I'm looking at this and thinking, who would I like to play, and what the chances of Arsenal going on and lifting big ears. Obviously, our style of football is completely different to Bayern Munich. You saw last week they scored 9 goals between them. Tonight, you know, they face each other in the Allianz Arena. Who do you think is gonna come out the favourites to win tonight? And if whoever we play, what sort of chance do you think we have against them? Anybody want to take that, Big D?
Well, this for me, I'm thinking it's PSG,
right?
And I'm thinking probably your defense is probably the only defense that probably could tame PSG from the goal route that they seem to just get. Plus, they've got probably one of the best managers in terms of consistency within the tournament left. You know what I mean? Like Luis Enrique is a bad man. So between that, I think there's a lot of people that do want PSG just because I think it makes maybe a more exciting final as well against you guys. So, but it's going to be interesting. Obviously, you're going to Germany, so you've got the 11th man as the 12th man as the crowd. Hopefully, not the referee. And they got Harry Classe, mate, and Elise that is absolutely cooking right now. So this could go just like that last week. That game could have gone either way. So, but I'm leaning more to PSG, but I am mindful that PSG are on the road for the second leg. So, you know what I mean. But
I don't know. I think Bayern Munich might do it. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Bayern Munich might do it tonight.
You know what I'm saying. You got Classe and Elise on form. So you can't ride them off. No.
Yeah. But as I said, I've said it. You know, we have to be in it to win it, to try to win it. You know what I mean? And look, last night we played the second leg at home. Saka getting, the goal in the 44th minute, which is great. It was just before half time as well. So that was really nice. And look, both teams come out. We was a bit tentative. Do you know what I mean? The game picked up. You know, Atletico Madrid had 2 shots on target. We had 2 shots, but we had more shots in terms of I think they had 9 and we had something like 13 or 14 shots in total. And there was a scary moment when and Gabriel put in a defensive block. Some people were trying to say on Simeone's son, and they were trying to say it was a penalty, but it wasn't. And it was the ball came over and Saliba headed it, and it ended up going back to the goalkeeper, but it was obviously fell short. So we're thinking, oh my gosh, do you know what I'm trying to say? And then there was another one when Sorloth was on, completely hair kicked the ball. You know what I mean? He was in, completely missed the ball, completely. Thank God. But look, Saka, who, as I said, has not had a great season, seems to have turned a corner at the right time. I'm not saying that, he's going to go on, but for these next few games, 4 games, 3 of those games is in the Premier League, and we have 1 final to contend. Now, if he can stay fit, Victor Gyokeres for me last night, let me ask Ez, you watched the game. What did you think of Victor Gyokeres' performance? I thought absolutely bossed them defenders. And just quickly before you come in, look, this guy is, Victor Gyokeres becomes the first Arsenal player to score 21 goals, 20 plus goals in all competition in his first season at the club since Alexis Sanchez in 2004. This is a guy that doesn't get service. This is a guy that's been ridiculed in the last few weeks. People telling him they want him to go. Now, all of a sudden, now he's now called Big Vic. You know what I mean? Big Vic, you know what I mean? Everybody used to, that was...
But isn't that Arsenal fans for you know?
Well, this is what I'm trying to say. The flip-flops. They're absolute flip-flops, man. They're absolute flip-flops, brother. You know what I mean? But just give me your assessment of the game last night, and where did we? Obviously, we won it, but what was the reason behind how we won the game? Where did we win it in terms of the midfield? Because for me, Miles Lewis-Skelly, who should have been playing from time, and it's only now that Arteta's realised that actually he can play in midfield. He's not a left back. And when asked the question after the Fulham game, you paid 15.6 million to come out and said, "Well, I don't know why I didn't play him." come on, man, that's not good enough.
Madness,
And we could have had players rotated and rested. Zubamedi's played 3,000 minutes plus. You know, you got a Norgard who doesn't touch pitch. Premier League minutes, 56 minutes. What we doing there? So yeah,
That's how you know he's lying, man.
And big up to Amory, man, my sis. Big up to you. I know it's Ricardo in there, so big up to Ricardo. Yeah, man. And you're smashing. Thanks very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, sorry. Ez, what we're saying.
Yeah,
big up Static. Big up Static, man.
On Gokeres, look, that if I'm coaching, that's a classic number 9 performance. You Arsenal fans wanted a number 9. That's what a number 9 does. Not mope around looking for it to fall on your lap. That's what a lot of the strikers are doing these days. Waiting for it to fall on your lap. He put himself about yesterday. He stepped up to the occasion. And don't forget, he's not new to the Champions League. He might be new to the Premier League.
Yeah.
He's not new to the Champions League. And it's the little yards, the little micro wins by finding spaces, holding up the ball, and putting doubt in them defensive mind. Even those runs. Do you know how much runs he made off the ball? That he didn't actually get the pass, but he made runs anyway.
Yep.
And eventually those centre backs are going to think, hang on a minute, one of these passes are going to go through. So they take a few steps back. And then by doing that, you're stretching them. And then that's how his goal actually comes about in the end. By stretching that one pass that does break the lines.
Yeah. As a ball, it was a through ball from Eze. Yeah. And what I liked about that midfield, Eze, Miles Lewis-Skelly, and Rice. I mean, Rice, you notice what he's done? He's dropped Rice into the 6 now. That's where he should be playing. And every now and again, he can make those marauding runs. As long as they know they've got communication with each other, that when I go forward, you sit back.
You have to sit, Yeah,
you have to sit. But when you see Miles Lewis-Skelly's little low center of gravity, picking up the ball, and his first thing is to turn and go forward. You know, the man is 18, 19, playing in a semi-final. You know what I mean? A lot to put on his shoulder. Yes, people are going to say Lamau and all that, but the fact that this guy didn't play in that's the first time he's played that's what gets Fulham in the midfield position in the Premier League.
You have to remember, around that time he was linked with us in the summer.
That's
Man United talk. And then I said to Norm, yes, Lee, big up.
Yeah,
my little sis. So listen, so it's almost like it was linked to us, and I remember me and you spoke on it on here, Norm, and I said, nah, Norm, after the Aiden Hibben team, surely you man don't mess up again and give us another good youngster. And then he starts to play him, and you're like, this brother, Julian Martin, big up. I'm like, this manager. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so many times you spoke about it, Norm. You were like, where's MLS? You ain't getting no minutes. Like, what's the point of being here? And I think he was feeling the same way. Why am I here if this man is not even going to give me a break room? Just half a slice of the toast, son. You know what I mean? And he's mocked him off this season. And I'm glad he's getting a bit, as a young player, you want to show that you can handle that. And he's gone to semi-final and had an absolutely blinding game. Fair play to him. You know what I mean? I'll still take him in the summer, Norm, if you don't fancy him, though.
No, listen, with that kind of performance, I'm sorry, man. There's no way. And listen, look, Roy Keane was scathing of Mikel Arteta. Yeah, and I just want to just quickly read this. He says, Roy Keane goes hard on Arteta for not introducing Miles Lewis-Skelly in the midfield earlier on in the season. He goes, this is exactly what I'm talking about with Mikel Arteta. Sometimes he makes it harder than it needs to be. Miles Lewis-Skelly steps into midfield and straight away you see it. Energy, drive, bravery, everything Arsenal have been missing in spells this season. Okay? Right. Because so why is he being sat there this whole time? You're telling me it's taken this long to trust him? Come on. This isn't a maybe. This is obvious. Fans can see it. We've been saying, as I said, Big D, I've been saying it.
Yeah, you've been saying it,
all of the man on this side have been saying it. Yeah. Pundits can see it. But the manager is being hesitating because, and now against Fulham FC, he finally plays him, and you're thinking, well, how about that? About time. But it's too late to act like it's some masterstroke because it wasn't a masterstroke. Yeah,
exactly.
The real question is, what did cost you waiting this long? Points, momentum, maybe even bigger things. that's where the frustration comes in, because at this level, delays like this can define your whole season. And well said, Roy Keane.
Yeah, he's right, Norms.
You know, you can't knock that.
Yeah.
That is a fair assessment
Yeah.
of how Mikel Arteta has treated Miles Lewis Skelly. Last season, Ed, just quickly before you come in, last season, this guy was going in England team. Yeah, all right, he was playing him at left back because that was his only way in to play for this team, right? All of a sudden, he's down the pecking order. You got Pierre Ankiper, you got Califorri. Those guys were before him. He just literally got thrown on a scrappy, and then obviously when some of those players got injured, and he hadn't played for a long time. You saw him when he came to those games. That's why people were calling for him to leave, go. We don't want to see you. He's not a left back. Yes, he plays him so he inverts. So most of the time he will invert, but he's not defensively minded like that. Do you know what I mean? Go and get we've never sorted at that left back position. So here we have this situation. You play him in the right position, and this is the result. More legs. He's better than Zubamendi. I'm sorry. You might disagree with me, but I think he's better than Zubamendi. And he's got the legs. You know, last season against it was against, I think, Atletico Madrid. No, sorry, this season when he made that run, set up Martinelli to score, and I think it was the Madrid game. There was where he made a darting run through the midfield. Because what he does is he runs at the players. He goes forward. He don't sit, turn back, and pass it sideways or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And he's got the legs, and he really should have used this guy from time. And this is where he's gone wrong. And that's why we could have been going into that Man City game 12 points ahead. Yeah. Now they're scrapping for points tallies, and that we will come on to Man City because they have opened the door a little bit for us. But we will come on to that. But Ez, you was gonna come in with something.
Yeah, I really like Skelly, and it might be of unpopular opinion here, but I think Arteta always trusted Skelly, because you don't go to Real Madrid home and away and play against Real Madrid if you don't trust him. And he's had a blinding game against them. But what he's done is he's coached him. He has coached him, and I don't take that from my opinion. I take that from what Declan Rice said after the game. He said the manager has been tough on Skelly, and now we're seeing the rewards of that, because guess what? He's humble. And the reason why he's performing now is because he understands it's going to cost him if he doesn't. That's the hunger that some of these young players need to remember that they ain't made it yet. You have not made it yet. Yes, you've broken into the team, you've done that. And the problem with that, some of them think they now entitled, and to go on to be told to sit on the bench is now a big deal. When actually some of them need that. And he will probably think twice again before he gets ahead of himself early in his career, and he actually will be teaching the principles of hard work. And when the next young bucks come through and they think they made it, he will be able to say to them, I had to sit and work hard to get my position. I didn't just come here and just demand it. Yeah. And I think some men need that. I think there's so many. My little brother, who we all know, he sometimes forgets because of his talent that he needs to work. And that's what sometimes, and imagine on the big team, on the big scale, and he's doing it, giving it all the big one. I remember when he was doing all of that to Haaland and all of these. Carl, hang on, you've just reached. Hang on. And some of that needs coaching. Otherwise, you do get that superstar syndrome, and that is the real career killer. We've seen the Dele Allis of this world come and go. I'm seeing it happening to Palmer, by the way. Palmer's not being coached.
He's having a shot, isn't he?
Right.
It's falling off a cliff, isn't he?
We'll come on to Palmer because we'll come to Palmer in your segment. We'll come on, but I heard it's a nice segue into that. But just want to stick with Arsenal. Just going back to your point about Miles Lewis Skelly, because for me it was frustrating because we knew that this guy had talent, and we don't know what goes on behind. We don't know what goes on behind the closed doors in terms of Arteta is managing and that. But the problem is, as Roy Keane has said, is that you see there's a problem when you're overplaying the likes of Zubamendi, Declan Rice. I mean, what was he doing that you couldn't? Why is it at this very late point? Do you know what I mean? Because Declan Rice is struggling physically. Yeah, Zubamendi, same thing. Doesn't like to be pressed. He hasn't got that. He's not press resistant like Miles Lewis Skelly. And I hear you, but surely, Ez, he could have played earlier on in the season, because he did try him out. Okay, in some of those cup games, the teams that are lower down or whatever. But I don't know. I'm just frustrated that he hasn't tried him out more. And I think he has to trust his player. And whatever he was doing why he was hard on him. What was it? Why would you say he's hard on him? It wasn't because he's out of hand or anything like that. Is it because he's seen something that he just thinks, well, no, I don't trust him at this point?
I think when it comes to players, the players that separate the ones that get chosen it comes down to you being able to follow instructions. And I feel like as much as
in it as well.
Right. And as much as he's not a left back, it's not so much about you being good there. It's about you doing what I asked you to do when you were there. If you make a mistake and it's on me because I put you somewhere you're not meant to be, that's on me. But when you don't do what I told you to do, which I could probably see in some of the games where he was very frustrating to watch. I've watched pretty much every Arsenal game this season because my wife, she has to watch Arsenal. And I've seen games where I'm like, wow, you do look like you're lost. And yes, we could put that down to positioning, but then if the manager knows that I've not told you to do that, you that's another level now. That's another, and that's where the hard lessons do come down. We know what it's like when Arteta don't trust you. He will ship you off. Like and Weary, Ethan's off. He didn't trust him. He's performing elsewhere now. But the thing is, I don't trust you. You go elsewhere, come back, and we'll try again next season. I think he would have done a similar thing to Skelly if it was that. I genuinely think, as much as we could look at it as where's this been all the time now that he's shining, actually, I think we're getting some of these performances because he is now hungrier to prove a point, and now it's the right time to unleash him.
We're cutting it fine though.
You are cutting it fine. I admit that. And I think in a similar thing, Mainu, I'm not going to go to United complete, just trying to draw parallels here. Mainu frustrated under Amorim, asking for loans and them sort of thing. And now that he's got the chance on the carrot, he's making sure he's ripping up tree trunks. And that comes from a hunger of, I want to play here, I want to prove it here. And sometimes that's good management to get that frustration and they're working hard in training, but not quite getting the chance to prove themselves. They will never forget that feeling. I've been a player. It's annoying when you train harder than everyone else and you think, well, how's he playing? But then you see when you get your chance, man, you do everything to be that detailed in whatever you're doing. And I think at a younger age, when he hasn't got credit in the bank like that yet, you know, someone like Saka, he's now at the stage where he's got credit in the bank. You know, gets injured, might not go for bad form. You still put him in there. You know, these sort of players. But Skelly, that young age,
but you know, but I hear you on this as well. But I experienced a similar thing in my semi-pro basketball thing where I felt my minutes were low.
Yeah,
right. And I would watch whatever our starting five. Some of that starting five be very lackluster in training and still start, be late for the team bus and still start. And I remember saying to the coach, like, oh, hold on, these cats here are hustling, and the minutes are off. And then I went to a youth convention, norms, and I booked up a brethren in Birmingham, a guy called Alvin Scott, and Alvin said to me, bruh, how's it going in Cov? I said, bruh, he's mugging me off. He said, come true. He said, I told the coach about it, come true. Bam, I moved to Birmingham, bare minutes, winning stuff. Come to college and smash these mans up. And it's like, oh, you had that in you, Big D. Get out of here, coach. Get out of here. Don't talk to me, man. And so there's a parallel there. If I was lazy, like showing up late and like certain man were showing up late all the time for training, late for the team bus on match day, I wasn't doing that. But for whatever reason, he just wanted me to be Michael Jordan as a power forward. I'm not Mike. You know what I mean? I'm more David Robinson or whatever. You know what? And so it's a weird one in football because obviously it's not a money thing for me in basketball. The money wasn't there. In football, the money's there. The money's there. So it's, you know, like people say, oh, Kobe was only on 25 grand a week. We talked about it last week, Norm. And I said to Norm, you know what 25 grand a week could do me right now? And yet we're saying, man, he's only on 25 grand a week. He was due a pay rise. Not really. Yeah, he broke into the England squad, but he had to, like, as he's saying, you've got to learn your discipline. Yeah, look at 100%. Your seniors, obviously looking at a Casemiro, looking at a Bruno in front of him and saying, right, I need to aspire to that level, even though I'm young. And then I'm going to get the pay rise, which he's got. And all these things. So I hear you, Ez. I totally hear you, bro.
No, 100%. And you, honestly, Normski and D, that from a young player, that he will never forget this season. This season where he's had to, where he's gone from high heights last season, being at the Bernabeu, played man of the matches here and there, scoring big goals. This season, he's third, fourth in the pecking order. Someone's been brought in that can do his job as well. Now he has to choose if he's going to be that guy that cries, or he's gonna come and yank the shirt back like he did last night, like he did again.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you're not just gonna be gifted it. You're gonna have to, you have to earn it. You have to earn it, man.
Yeah.
Compared to, I know we're going to talk about Chelsea. Cole Palmer thinks he's made it. He's got the number 10. He doesn't have to perform. He doesn't have to perform. Who's going to tell him anything? I would rather have your scenario where now Skelly I think he's going to be a different animal now. I personally see that he only goes upwards from him. And
I mean, for me, he has to continue playing him now to the end of the season. Now, do you know what I'm trying to say? He has to do that. Look, he came off. I mean, he had a knock. I don't. It's some sort of muscle thing. I'm hoping it's nothing too serious. But I think that midfield, going forward now, he has to stick with that midfield.
And I love the way he plays forward, Norms. He doesn't want to do the sideways thing. He doesn't want to. Just the ball. He wants to be positive. And that's
the thing is, even Arteta came out and said that the reason why is benefiting is because they're getting the ball quicker to him and playing to his strengths. But the thing is, it's just why is it being left so late?
Yeah,
because we knew he needed to play to Glock's strength. Because people was trying to say, look, we know Diaz that Glock is not the best technically, but what he did, as you said earlier on, is that he played as a proper number 9, holding up the ball, physical. Do you know what I mean? Made those two defenders honest. Even after the celebrations ended and they were in the middle of the park, and I'm sure one of the Atletico Madrid came to confront him. I think it was one of the defenders because the way he roughed him up. You know what I mean? He was holding up the ball, was great, getting fouls in the right places, making those channel runs. Do you know what I mean? It was that massive chance he had when he
look like little boys, if I'm honest.
Literally,
it's silly errors. Silly errors.
But you've also got to look at Norman, the football gods. And the football gods decided, yo, Kai, take a seat, bro. You injured.
Chill
I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now, Norm, he's starting Kai over him. Yeah. He's starting Kai over him. And I think the football gods just removed Kai and said, yo, Young G, come through and show this man that you're worth.
But do you think that if Kai was fully fit, I think Arteta plays him. And I think if he goes with a Zubimendi, Odegaard, and a Rice, or Zubimendi, Eze and Rice, if you've got that, it just ain't gonna work. Eze is the key person in there. And the thing with Odegaard, he slows the game too much. He runs around, looks busy, but doing nothing. Do you know what I mean? Everything is backwards. You know what I mean? Slows the game down, takes too many touches. If you watch Miles Lewis go, the ball comes, book, bang. Like the ball comes, book, bang, turns, drops a shoulder, left him for dead. If not, they're fouling him. So what he's doing, like when you play rugby, is it rugby league? Not rugby league, rugby union, and you're getting up the field and you draw the fouls and you're moving it more closer up the field. I'm not saying that that's what he's doing like rugby, but it's just that kind of thing of pushing the team up the field,
pushing forward
and getting the balls and the link up, as I said, between those three and Eze to have that vision to play that ball, which brought in the goal for Saka, who incidentally wins it for us. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Sends Arsenal through to a Champions final. Glock making that run down the channel, holding up the ball, cuts back in, floats it over, and I think it was Trossard who evidently had a okay game, hits it at the goalkeeper, Oblak parries it, and who's in the right place there? Saka. So what we're having now is Saka and Glock linking up really well. They linked up really well in the Fulham game, which gave us the impetus to come into this game, you know what I mean? And not only on the back of that, with the stuff with City on the Monday night, that was mad. We will talk about that. But Saka gets us through to a Champions League final. He's finding a little bit of form, but at the same time, you have to wrap him up in cotton wool. You have to wrap him up in cotton wool, because if not, you know what I mean? As you said, when he came off, he looked like he was limping, but that seems to be part of it.
He was clearly limping.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
What I go on here, man? But no, quickly, can I? Since we're on the Champions League thing, can I address because you said it a few times? In it to win it. Can I address that quickly? In it to win it, no. The UEFA Champions League finals record, top 10, right? 18 finals, Real Madrid, 15 titles. 11 finals, AC Milan, 7 titles. 11 finals, Bayern Munich, 6 titles. 10 finals, Liverpool, 6 titles. You've Juve, my second team, 9 finals, only 2 titles, which is mad. You got there 9 times. Barcelona, 8 finals, 5 titles. Benfica, 7 finals, 2 titles. Inter Milan, 7 finals, 3 titles. Ajax, 6 finals, 4 titles. Man U, 5 finals, 3 titles. There's your top 10 right there. Mad.
Wow.
So even teams, Barcelona and AC Milan are probably the most in terms of consistent, that 18 and 11 finals, 7, but everyone else has struggled in finals to go even 50%, to win 50% of the finals. I mean, I suppose ours is 50 really, 5 at number 10, 5 finals, 3 titles. So, and that was with some good United teams and we still lost. And then I look at Juve, 9 finals and 2. Mad norms. So you got hope, brother.
Man.
But you got hope.
We'll see. In it to win it. You've got to be in it to win it.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to put this question to both Ez and you, D. So first of all, I'll ask Ez, big up to Cal, man. Norm, what do you think of Madueke? Ez, what do you think of Madueke?
Norm loves him.
I've been accused of being his cousin. I've been accused of being his cousin for some reason.
You know what?
I don't know how that works. But anyway,
I think he's got the ego of Yamal,
right?
and
the touch of what?
and the ability of Solly March from Brighton. You know, he just.
Funny.
He doesn't, honestly. I'm being serious. He thinks he's better than he is. It's frustrating because you can see if he really put his mind to it, he could be a really good winger. Because he often does the first thing really well, and then the last thing is the last action. You know, athletically, he's very quick. He's powerful. And then you're just looking for that end product. And then he will do it. He will do an end product against nobody or when the score doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It really matters. He's not there. Compared to Saka, fine margins. He's there. He's delivering. And I think the problem is, I would say maybe he needs to do some extra training. He's paying a coach. He does extra hours every week with his own private coach.
What's about him running the ball out?
I don't. At this point, if you're getting extra work outside of your hours of training and you're still doing now I'm worried. Now I'm worried. I don't know what can help you.
Honestly,
I don't know why he bought him. I honestly don't know why he bought him. I know why he bought him, but I don't know why him. You needed a right winger to back up for Saka. But why him? Why him? I don't know. I thought you'd raise the bar, go for someone like a bar.
Maybe Arteta maybe thinks that he can turn him into some whatever player.
True. He does a project, Arteta. He does
another project, which at the moment ain't projecting. You know what I mean? It ain't processing right now. You know what I'm saying? Big D, what about yourself, man? When you've seen this guy play?
Yeah, you just feel like he tries to do too much.
Yeah,
which ends up being nothing. It's like, bro, all what you've done there, where's the end product? That's what he lacks. He lacks the end product. So if you do your little leg overs and all that, and you beat your man, then you stop and try and beat him a second time and lose the ball. You're like, bro, what was that? And so as a number 9, as a Glock's turning his hair out. You're like, mate, I'm making these runs. You're doing that madness, mate. Just get the ball over.
You know, Faith is gonna deliver on the 6th.
Yeah.
What's the point running?
Yeah, and that can be frustrating. As to have a teammate like that, and the fan base would just turn their hair out saying, like, and I know that whenever Saka comes off, then that's the guy that replaces him because he knows you got, like you say, you got to wrap Saka up in cotton wool to get him over the line. You know what I mean? In terms of Premier League and Champions League, but he may move him on Norm in the summer. He may, or like Ed said,
I hope so. I mean, what I would say. Okay, so Ed. Big D, what I would say here, right, if by some miracle we do the domestic, well, I say double, with Champions League.
It's a right double, no?
It's a very good, lovely. It's a lovely double. It's a lovely double, double gin and tonic. Yeah, it's a lovely double.
It is.
Now, for me, Arteta. Listen, I've made it clear on my position of Arteta. Okay.
No, hold that thought, please. Can you hold that thought 1 second?
Okay.
I'm hearing that he's signed his new contract, bro. Extension.
Not signed, but they're sorting it.
They're sorting it. They're sorting
I
it.
heard it
They're
was
sorting
sorted
it.
from the summer.
It's
which
probably.
is wild.
Let me say
They were
this
just
now.
waiting to release it. I'm like,
Listen, it's just my opinion. I have no control whether Arteta stays or whether he goes. Yeah.
your preferences. Your preferences.
Let me just see what Ez has put in the chat there, and I'll chat.
What's your preference, no?
Okay, right. Okay, I'm gonna let me just read what Ez just put in. He goes, this is from Fabrizio Romano. Normally, Ez is the Romano of our chat. So he goes, I understand Arsenal are planning to offer Mikel Arteta a new contract in the summer. Plan already decided in March, regardless of end of season results.
Right,
So
no.
this is the problem for me, right? Arteta wants to
I'm
focus
saying,
on the
no.
titles now, but in love with Arsenal this process, I don't. And this is my worry. So this is it. So regardless of whether he wins or not, I knew this was going to be the case. He's staying put because
15 mil a season, bruv. Where's he going?
Well, that's going to go to 20 mil. Come on, let's be fair.
There you go. Yeah.
Right? That's going to be fair. That's
if
where it's
he
going to
does
go.
a double,
No,
it's definitely
you know the problem you have though.
Go on.
The players love him too much. The play. I after the game yesterday, Declan Rice spoke about the man. I was literally there on my Virgin box going, pause. I'm gonna tally how much he talks about the manager. He said the manager this, the manager that, the manager's got us playing like this. And then I saw Saka to do the same thing. The manager, and I thought, wait a minute.
He ain't going nowhere.
Hang on a minute. Yes, even if he does lose and everyone agrees that his time, then you're gonna really risk all them players if you don't get the appointment right too. Whew. That's big calls. Even for Berta, that's a big call.
Yeah,
you need something more dramatic, like him finishing 10th or something. Not
exactly.
The problem. You see, the problem for me is next season, right? If he sticks with these same players that are run ragged into the ground, there's World Cup year as well. So these players are not going to get rest, right? Nope. Then you've got the players that are literally, sucking off of this club in terms of the money that they get. We know that Jesus is going to go, right? Kai Havertz, for me, as far as I'm concerned, is not good enough. Odegaard, I want him out. Martinelli, Trossard, these guys need to go. They're on considerable amounts of money. It's going to be very difficult to get rid of them. The worry is, and we have what we call two sellable assets in Miles Lewis-Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri. Now, I'll tell you what, after Miles Lewis is showing, the one that will probably be the sacrificial lamb will probably be Ethan Nwaneri. Yeah, I could see him getting sold, right? We keep Miles Lewis-Skelly. But what we need to do is, if we do go on and win, regardless if we do win or not win, we have to upgrade on the players. And the standard of football has to change. I can't go into next season. But I know you're going to say, well, we've got to this far and blah, blah, blah.
No, you're right, no. Yeah, you can't be set pieces.
Yeah, it has to change.
Yeah, it has to change.
Yeah, it has to change. You know what I mean? It has to change. So for me,
no, we didn't.
Let me start that one and come back because that was one for Ez. But it has to change. And as I said, if he did win the Premier League and the Champions League, and he decided, I've taken the club as far as it can go, and walks out there a legend.
I ain't walking away. No.
I'm just saying.
Walking away.
What I'm saying. This is in my world. He ain't getting no statue. Yeah. You need to go and win the Premier League again. No.
If he wins the Champions League, you got to give him a statue, bruv.
No way, Jose.
Sorry. Talk to your brother.
No way. Get out of here.
I said.
I'll remove Big D from the studio. I'll remove it from the studio. Stop it. Right? Stop it.
Norms knows I've been behaving these last few weeks. I ain't said nothing about Arteta these last few weeks. But boy, that's I will be here. I will be here when one of these gets landed. I will be here.
Look, I'll tell you this now. If Arteta wins the Premier League, the Champions League, and doesn't double, I'm gonna be trained like anybody else.
No, of course you will.
I've been calling for this for 6.5 years, nearly 7 years, and finally he's got us over the line. Yeah. The second place. I don't want to see another second place. Yeah? No. This guy has to get us over the line. So if he gets us a Premier League, fantastic, brilliant. But, you're going to say, right, when you start winning more trophies like Arsene Wenger, Wenger didn't win the Champions League, and in terms of our
Which is a shock,
European
really, isn't it?
heritage, in terms
It's a
of our
huge shock
European
back then.
heritage, it's
What he
not
did,
brilliant
yeah.
compared to all the other clubs.
Yeah.
We, as a club our size, should be winning. And it's all right finishing in the Champions League places 17, 18 years in a row, whatever it is. Yeah. We need to see big ears. We need to see trophies being lifted, especially big
Yeah.
ears, and to be able to sit at the table with the Chelsea man, them, and the Man United man's them. At the moment, we can't sit at your table right now. You know what I mean? You're just throwing little scraps of the food, say, pick that up and eat that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So for me, personally speaking, I just think that you need to go and get an elite manager that will consistently win us things and play the brand of football that I want to see. Because there's a lot of things that he needs to do next season to convince me. He needs to go on and win again, the Premier League or the Champions League. I'm not saying to win a double. I'm not saying that I expect you to, it's not every year we're going to be able to win the Premier League, but you should be able to win silverware. With the money that you've spent in this club, the money that you're earning, the players that you've got there, the squad that you've got, you should be winning some kind of silverware. That's it for me on that. So that's where it is at the moment. But look, we are in a Champions League final, and as I said later on, later on, Bayern Munich will be playing PSG, and I hope that it's Bayern Munich that we'll probably get. But listen, as again, I keep saying it again, you have to be in it to win it. So we'll see what happens. Calvin says, Norm, you're right about Havertz, Jesus and Odegaard. They'll probably go. Yeah, well, I hope so. Well, I think Arteta, he loves those players. You know what I'm trying to say. If Arsenal cross over the line, he should thank Moyes for dealing with Pep. Don't worry, we'll come on to that. Cal, we'll come on to that. Big up Vincenzo,
Yes,
big up
big up.
Norski D and everyone on the panel. Big up to you every time. So listen, enough said about Arsenal. I think we've covered enough on there, but I really want to get onto this. Yeah, Chelsea are bad. They're really bad. Just a little bit more stats here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row.
That's never been done as it is.
Cole Palmer missing a penalty. Last week, it was 5 games in a row. 19-12 record broken. Now it's 6 games in a row. What's going on at your Chelsea? And let me go back to a comment that I starred here from Calvin. On a different note, Rosinha got stitched up, mate. Do you agree with him? I doubt it very much. But yeah.
I will agree that the issue is clearly bigger than Rosinha. I will, but him being stitched up, no chance. See, as I said, Chelsea, if they came knocking on any of our doors, offered us a 3-4 year contract and said you can get 60 to 100 grand a week, we would all go, yeah, fine, and then think about it later. And that's exactly what he did.
True. Yeah.
That's exactly what he did. The truth is, he's not a Premier League level coach. He was never proven to be even a French level coach. It's not like he was ripping up tree trunks in France and then he's coming to the Prem. It's not like he was ripping up tree trunks at Hull when he got fired for not being good enough there. Rooney's assistant at Derby. Like I think Rosinha got a nice paycheck for 4 or 5 million.
Yeah,
his family set. Good on him. He can chill off and he still gets a job, by the way, I reckon. Especially if he could spill a few truths about how Chelsea work as a sort of bigger institution, sort of them things. Some of these smaller clubs will like that and go, right, well, we'll give him a chance. And that's that. He talks a good game. You know, look how much he had the media spun for a while. He'll probably talk himself into a job for sure. What am I trying to say though? This club has been. You guys have issues at your clubs. You know, the Glazers will be your thing, D. You will always stand on that. No matter if United could win the treble, quadruple, the Glazers will still be a problem for you. All right? Normski, you believe Arteta's the problem at your club. I can tell you right now, there are deeper issues in the football world when it comes to owners, when it comes to managers, when it comes to players. All three. In fact, sorry, there's 4 categories: managers, owners, players. I've got directors that have been in the job all of this time that have not been reviewed. Not been reviewed. Oh, absolutely, Vince. Not been reviewed. They hired. Can I take you on the merry-go-round quickly? They sacked Tuchel.
You do it.
Tuchel, Champions League winner. They came in and told him to play 4-4-3. Okay, 4-4-3. They sacked him. They brought in Potter from Brighton and his staff, and the directors from Brighton. Okay, Paul Stanley is my director of football globally. Right? They sacked Potter, brought in Lampard. Lampard finished 10th, 11th. Can't remember what it was. 12th even. Sacked Lampard, bring in Pochettino. Pochettino walks. So this is the second man to walk. Pochettino finishes 5th, whatever. Maresca comes in. Okay. A fairly decent appointment in Maresca. Then he walks. Okay. They bring in Liam from Strasbourg, the sister club. And now we've got Callum from Croydon running the club.
Man, like Callum, you know. Love that.
Yeah.
Callum from Croydon. Love that. Listen, shout out to the Croydon Massive.
Listen, we ain't got nothing against Croydon, guys. We ain't got nothing against Croydon.
You see how we've got the what's going on group chat? He's got his own group chat with his boys, and he wakes up every morning. He says, "I cannot believe I'm the manager of Chelsea Football Club." That's what he says every morning. He wakes up, taps the missus. He says, "Pinch me, am I dreaming?"
That's what Arteta said in his first season.
Normski. I cannot believe I'm going to manage this Chelsea Football Club at Wembley versus Pep Guardiola. Callum from Croydon, my friends, versus Pep Guardiola. And it's going to be Pep. Oh, guys, this
FA Cup
you guys think you have problems at your clubs. You think you got problems. I've not the days where you sack a manager. You see Abramovich, man, them. He sacked managers and had the other manager mid-flight on the plane, ready to come in.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's on the plane. If he's not on the plane, he's already at the Cobham, ready to. Next morning, Sky Sports sacked one manager. Here's the new one.
Yeah.
We've sacked a manager with no plan. No plan. I don't understand. My owners have no clue. They probably still call the sport soccer. Okay, they've come here. They've taken out a £500 million loan. Okay, to leverage more debt, which they can't take out the club. So they've taken it against their own business. We have released the very worst accounts. I normally don't care about accounts because it's not my money, but we have released the very worst accounts. So it goes to show that this model is not working. 1.5 billion spent, and we're now 9th in the table. If not going to be worse by the end of the next few fixtures. When does this stop? And these directors are now saying, "Don't worry, we're going to get the appointment right." Hang on a minute, you chose Liam and Potter before.
Yep.
So why are you not under review? Any other job in the world, you will be under performance review. They will have you on PIP.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know about the pips, man.
You know the ones where they make it impossible for you to even achieve anything because now anything you do, you took your lunch break for 1 hour and 2 minutes. You're meant to be back here. You know what I mean? You know
right? Them man's, that one's
But these men are. Hey, hold on, one more thing, and I saw De Zerbi in my director's box. Having a champagne and a coffee or whatever he was doing, scouting in the Nottingham Forest game. De Zerbi, the manager of Tottenham, talking to my sporting directors, having his knees up. This time, Tuchel sitting in the stands with the fans.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Tuchel, the one that won us a Champions League, is in the stands.
It's crazy.
Whilst we've got De Zerbi, manager of Spurs, who we've got next in the Prem, by the way, having or the after Liverpool.
Yeah.
He's having a nice little.
You could potentially lose 7 games in a row.
Brother, Norm, the season's done. The season's done. Scrap it.
What does this mean for you not making Champions League?
I'm trying to calm
Sorry.
myself down.
Sorry.
I hear you, bro. I feel
Calm
your
down,
pain,
calm down.
Well, their thing is, the players get 20 to 40% pay cuts. Okay, Reece James just signed a new contract. Yeah, serious. It's serious. Yeah, and that's meant to be some sort of incentives for the players. But the players are going around, well, we're gonna get penalized, and we've had 3 to 4 managers this season.
Right.
This is at the foot of the owners, man.
When they sacked Enzo Maresca, they had Callum. Liam came, and then now we've got Callum again. Callum's got 2 spells at Chelsea, man. Them. Are you mad? Right. 2 spells in 1 season. He's twice now.
Big up the Croydon massive.
Twice now, they've had to give him a DocuSign. Yeah, he's had the DocuSign that's gone to it, and he's had to say to the missus, "Yeah, we're back." Yeah,
right. Literally,
I don't see this anywhere else in football. I don't see it anywhere else, and it's at to the point where now I've tried to be patient with this thing and sort of see, all right, yeah, we're buying players, but we're selling players, so maybe it's caveating, it's cancelling off. But now, why would you sign for Chelsea? You can't say it's the mighty Chelsea that was under Abramovich. That's gone. That's RIP. Yeah. It's no longer good enough to say that. This Chelsea here is Brighton in disguise. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And Brighton are playing decent football though.
Yeah.
So that's even hard on Brighton is.
But if Brighton were 9th, no one's got nothing to say.
No, that's
true.
Saying,
very true. Yeah.
You got Nottingham Forest here who was fighting relegation. Yeah, they were at the point before they played you. They were 3 points above the relegation. Yeah, right. They changed 8 of their outfield players because obviously they got a Europa League game coming up tomorrow. Yeah, and they go to the bridge. Yeah, and literally play these guys. I know, as you said in our chat, it's not the fact that Nottingham Forest were playing well; it's that Chelsea were just bad.
Listen, I'm telling you now, you could get one of them championship teams. Coventry will come and beat Chelsea now. Coventry. And I'm confident that if we're playing like this, Chile's Spurs will come and beat Chelsea. I saw Spurs versus Aston Villa. Yeah, De Zerbi's got their man playing like they have got. He's put all their family pictures on the wall and said, "Listen, I'm telling you, trust me.
I'm telling you, bro.
Normski show. I'm not going to say what De Zerbi probably said, but them man, I saw them man running like it meant something. Trust me.
Right.
Yeah, at the very least. And at the moment, we get turned over by Spurs. Oh yeah. Wow. Oh yeah. And so. What did the owners think by getting rid of Liam, which I think was granted, but not having the man ready to come in?
Yeah, no plan.
So you can honestly now, because it is a shambles. Your club is an absolute shambles right now. Who are you going to get in the summer? Because obviously Callum's going to see this out.
Who wants it? Who would, after seeing Tuchel walk, Poch walk, Maresca walk? Who wants it?
I could make a suggestion because, we talk about Arsenal being in a dark place and everything, and he took us from a dark place to where we are now. Maybe where you are in a dark place now, maybe Arteta could come in and sort something out for you.
Normski, I don't want to put out the term. All right?
Yo, Roger, big up Roger, man. Listen, Roger, let me tell you something about your club. Yeah?
Bro.
Or you make your club, yeah? Or you make your club Aston Villa, yeah? Get beaten by Spurs, who are terrible. Yeah?
Listen.
Who are terrible.
They got one eye on the prize though, no, man.
Not only that, they're making pressure. Yeah, but they're putting pressure on us because West Ham now are in the relegation zone now. So they're gonna be up free on Sunday.
They're gonna put a performance in against you, I reckon, West Ham.
No, I think we'll win it. But we just have to just win the 3 games that we've got. And one of my things I said is, it's back in our hands, 3 wins, and the title is ours. But is it that simple? I don't know. But it's only 3 games. It sounds easy on paper, but when you got West Ham fighting for their lives, Burnley are gone, we should beat them. And then Crystal Palace could be on the beach because they might be in a Champions Europa Conference League final. So hopefully it will work in our favour. But I'll just say 3 games. It's not going to be simple, but I do think we might get it over the line because of what's gone on with Man City. Yeah.
Well. To answer your question, Normski, bring me Arteta any day, because never in with these 1.5 billion spent. Maybe when he first came, when he had Socrates and Leno in goal, and what's his name, El Neni in midfield, and them sort of thing there. Maybe them days, but not with Enzo Maresca and 100 million. Not Enzo Maresca, Enzo Fernandez, 100 million pound Caicedo, Cole Palmer. Not with them, man. Does he put up performances where you lose 3-1 to Nottingham Forest that's fighting relegation? Nah, never. I don't see that. As disappointing or underwhelming as he's been, I don't see that. And I'll take stability right now over what I'm seeing. I'll take that over the Club World Cup. I'll take that over. I'll take stability over these things. Not over titles. Of course, I want to win cups. It's what I'm in for. But I need some stability. You know.
Yeah, you are really going through. You really are going through it, man.
Last point.
Yeah.
I keep saying you've got me on a tangent now. They let Maresca walk because he wanted a centre back, right? They said you've got Rice at home, not literally Rice, but you've got centre backs at home, right? All right, cool. We're chasing Arsenal, City, Liverpool, Man United. Yeah. You let me know who starts for you, Normski and D. Let me know. So I've got Badia Shile. Start for you guys? Tosin? Start for any of you guys?
Nope.
Chalobah, start for any of you guys?
Nope.
Chalobah may start for us because what's the name's awful.
Who?
Delo is awful.
No, but he's centre back. Chalobah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Chalobah. Yeah, he's centre. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah,
So I'm going. Yeah.
Fofana?
No, injury prone.
No.
I don't
loses his head every day. You know, he loses his head.
I'll take the guy with the butchy hair as the left back. What's his name?
Cucurella.
Yeah, I'll take him.
Cucurella, Reece James, fullbacks.
Yeah. Fullbacks. Yeah, I'll take you fullbacks. I'll give you that.
With the centre half. The problem he had was with centre halves, and I've just named you pretty much all of our centre half. Tosin is another one in there.
Yeah.
The only decent centre half I have is Colwell, and he hasn't kicked a ball this season.
Wow.
Yep.
He's come back now. He played at the end of that Nottingham Forest game, and it was night and day in his defending. Night and day. He played literally the last 20 minutes. But honestly, how can the board turn around and say you've got enough stock there and none of them can start for the teams we're chasing? That makes sense.
Right. So quickly, just to finish on going into the summer. Yeah, it's looking like you're gonna finish out of the European places.
Yeah.
Going into the summer,
unless we win the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Right.
Your owner's gonna go and splash again, or is there that sanction? I know there's a sanction, but
no, we can still spend. It's a suspended sentence. So if we even breathe the wrong way, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Right.
But as quickly, do you have to sell to buyers? Or you can just buy.
Yeah, but we do that every summer. Every summer.
Remember, they're the club that they do that. That's the thing. But the problem is, is that
regardless, you'll sell regardless.
Yeah, the players that they're bringing in, they're just not. I don't know. I don't understand Chelsea's project. I'm trying to figure out what the project is about.
Anyone want the lap? Because we was about to fight over him in the summer, weren't we, D? Man United and Chelsea.
Right, you remember?
Yeah.
So D,
you remember? I remember that. Yeah.
You wouldn't take him now? You wouldn't take the lap now?
Nah, we good, bruv. We good. We good, man. You know what I mean? I'd rather keep Zerkamp. than
Yeah.
Don't butcher my Bergkamp's name, yeah? Get out of here.
We sold you Nonny. We sold you Nonny, and then we bought Gittins. Anyone seen him?
Yeah, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Gittins. Where is Gittins?
Anyone seen him?
Where is that guy? Mad.
And Garnacho. Oh, Christ.
Oh, my Lord.
Man, you're welcome. You are more than welcome, bro.
So, hold on. So, Garnacho's on loan to you guys, isn't it?
No, we bought him.
No, they bought him.
Sorry.
They bought him, bro. Yeah, they bought him. Yeah,
I'd rather just pay the money for
Sancho.
Sancho was
listen, I hope Arteta ain't got no idea about looking at
Sancho.
No, Garnacho.
Oh, Garnacho.
If
you don't want that.
Wants to save him, please, Arteta, please come and save him. Oh no,
Chelsea.
I saw Morgan Rodgers
120 mil.
I saw him against Spurs. I wasn't impressed.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, he's dropped off a little bit, but I mean, look, earlier on in the season, he was
looking for a move, ain't he?
He's balling
Yeah,
out.
he was balling out. Yeah,
But that don't make sense. You got to play for a move. You don't stop playing. You can play and say, look, here I am.
But that's what it feels like, is that he's looking for a summer move. But
listen, I tell you, Vincenzo, if that happens, brother, listen, if that ever happens,
I'll be twisting. I'm sure we got some sell-on fee coming there if you not sell him in it. I'm sure there's a clause there that we might get like 5 million or something.
Norman, you like this one?
Yeah.
You used to have the bullet here. Mudryk.
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, he's what's the name in it on his ban, isn't he?
He's on his ban. He's got another 2 years, I think.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's yeah.
It's actually 4 years, but it's 4-year ban. Okay. But I think it's 2
Is he contesting it though? Is he contesting it? He's
contesting it, but if basically the FA have charged him as well as the
right.
And if it doesn't get overturned, I think Chelsea now have the right to terminate his contract, which at the moment they don't have the rights because FA haven't actually formally banned him yet.
He needed.
I actually forgot about him until you brought him up. I forgot all about
man.
him.
Yeah, thank God, man. That would have been
million.
Oh boy, you wasted a lot of money, brother.
Don't Norms. Don't
wasted all of money.
And the thing is, right, this never happens on Roman's watch. None of this happens on Roman's watch.
I'm telling you now. I forget the man for a minute, but just the way he ran the club.
Yeah,
I'm telling you now, Roman absolutely spoiled us, Chelsea. He spoiled us. He didn't run it for business. It wasn't about business. It's about winning. That's it. Forget business. I don't care about the books. Don't care about. I just want the trophies, and we'll sort out all of that later. Now it's horrible. We're probably the worst run. You know what? If we was in the relegation battle, we get relegated right now.
Yeah.
That's
because you're looking. I think if you look at your form, you would be in the relegation. Yeah. Six games in a row. You're going to Liverpool next. Make that 7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The only team that has the same form as us is Burnley. Everyone else is better form than Chelsea. Everyone, literally everyone.
Burnley, you know,
even Wolves will pick up a few draws.
Boy, I'll tell you. That ain't happening, brother.
Vincent, why do you up, bro?
This is on the mind up. No. I thought he could be on the revival at Chelsea because of the environment at United, etc. But nah, he's
too arrogant.
He's not who he thinks he is. He's not who
exactly. He already thought he was Ronaldo before he won anything. You know what I'm saying? Even wearing the man's boxer shorts and all that madness. Like, get out of here, bro. All right, pause.
Listen. We're coming down, guys. City open the door to Arsenal. Will we close it on them? Now, guys, we watched the game. If somebody said at the start that we Man City would draw with Everton, you say I'll bite your hand off. I'll snap it off right now. Because when I watched that game, Doku was on fire. Doku was on fire. Right?
2 chicken zingers, boy.
Brother.
Amazing goals. Left foot, right.
Yeah. Left foot, right foot. And I just thought there's only one winner. What did David Moyes say to the team second half? And I'll tell you, key change there was when he brought on that Barry guy. I know some people cuss him or whatever, but he was the difference when he come on, scoring 2 goals. Yeah.
You know what, though?
He keeps them defenders honest as well. Barry, get them defenders honest, the centre-backs.
This is the problem I have. Not every player at a small club is ready to step up to a big club. You see, when the title's on the line, Gahey, as good as he is,
what was he doing?
He had a madness there, didn't he?
No, he's not used to this script. He's not used to this script here, where every margin is critical. He thought that was you cannot play that short to the keeper. You just cannot.
It's too casual.
I mean, obviously they tried to rule it off as offside because when the ball was played, he was in an offside position.
No, it's the right call.
But it's the right call because he was in control of the ball.
Yeah.
He was in control of the ball. So that's why
he touched it. He's back in. He's back in.
Yeah.
But you do not kill your team like that.
Yeah,
you do not kill your team like that, and the momentum changes.
It literally changed, and I mean,
head is lost.
Yeah,
this is not the City of old.
The defenders were all over the shop. They were all over the place. And I'll tell you what, Ndiaye, he had two, maybe three big chances. He has to score. Either side of that keeper, it's done. You're thinking 3-1.
That would annoy me as a coach.
I was going crazy in my house, man. 3-1, I'm thinking, oh my God, they've opened the door again.
Yeah, I thought it was done. I thought it was done.
I thought it was done. Do you know what I mean? They got the game in, and listen, they've dropped the points up because then, you know, and the worst time to concede, I mean, Moyes was vexed, man, because straight from kickoff.
For me, it almost made me think, where's that been all game? Haaland. Haaland was not in that game at all, by the way.
No, he wasn't.
Moyes got a number on Haaland.
It was crazy, man. And then look, I don't know where the injury time come from because it was 6 minutes and he scored in the 7th minute or whatever. They're saying it's to do with
what they kept doing. They're making the subs to extend the game.
Yeah, they said it was a subs and all that. People weren't happy with Michael Oliver. Look, at the end of the day, look, I'm biting the hand off now. It's 3-3. Yeah, with 5 points clear them, albeit that they've got a game in hand. If they win their game against Brentford, then that's no shooing. They'll be 2 points behind us. But we then play on Sunday and we have to win. So basically, listen, if City end up drawing or losing to Brentford, the title is ours. You know what I mean? The title is ours. Do you know what I mean? Because 2-3 weeks ago, we was looking at total capitulation. You know, from Arsenal, because going out of the League Cup, getting beaten in the FA Cup, it was not right. Things weren't going right. Do you know what I mean? And then you're thinking, we've got to face Atletico Madrid away, first leg. What we're going to do there? Do you know what I mean? Then the threat of the Fulham game, you're thinking the Fulham, that could be a banana skin. We turn up, we turn it around. The likes of Gokares, the likes of Saka, do you know what I mean? And play Miles Lewis-Skelly, that's what I want to see now, I said, from the rest of the season now. That said midfield and Glock playing. I don't want to see Kai Havertz up there. I don't want Arteta being clever and bringing in Odegaard and Kai Havertz in there. You whole bench. Yeah? Whole bench. So these guys are on form right now. Yeah, these guys are on form. And what I liked what Arteta did was in the game against Atletico, even though I was thinking, you know what I mean, we need another goal. He took off players because he knows there's another big game. You know, he was confident enough. Because, to be honest, Atletico Madrid didn't really offer.
I'll take that. With some Arteta credit. I'll take that.
No, I've said it. I said it on my match reaction. I'll give credit when credit's due. I'm not going to just say, just because, me and him don't, see eye to eye. Not to say that I've never had a conversation with him, but I'll give credit where credit is due. If he does well, I'm going to big him up for it. He's just not my cup of tea. It's just what it is. He's not, and you know that from the very offset. So from time. So I'm not a flip flop. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it 100. But yeah, City have let the door open. We need to close it. And we have 3 games. We can say we've got 4 games, to go on and win the Premier League and maybe
your season, bruv.
Go and lift the Champions League Cup, first time in Arsenal's history. I'll tell you, the streets of London, guys. You need to get a plane flight out of here.
No, I will be. Trust me. You see, especially if you do that Champions League, you will not see me. You know when you look at my Instagram,
you're gonna say to your missus, listen,
I'm gonna be going to Jamaica, mate. He goes to Jamaica, boy. It's gone.
You don't know when you see my Instagram and I just got the little,
You know the ones.
You know this one. Yeah.
At the airport, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's me.
I was out of here, man. I was out of here. Okay. Let me just quickly go into this one. Squeaky bum time for the Hammers.
Wow.
Look, Brentford, they went to Brentford and got slap up, man. I'm just thinking, what are we doing here? You know what I'm trying to say? And their form is obviously, wasn't that... Well, before that, you know what I mean? Getting vital wins and the draws here, getting that last minute winner against Everton 2-1, Callum Wilson. But they go and get slapped up by Brentford. And then Aston Villa go and lose to Spurs. And now they're sitting in the relegation zone. Now look at Leeds. Leeds, listen, big up to Daniel Farker. Big up to him. You know, they go and win 3-1. They do go and play Tottenham. I think Tottenham, that's their next game, innit? Tottenham. I think Tottenham have got Leeds at home this weekend. So there could be some kind of upset there. We'll see what happens because Leeds are a decent side. And as again, Nottingham Forest has found a bit of form. Changing, as I said, making 8-9 changes and still going to the bridge and winning. So they're trying to distance themselves from there. So it's looking like it's going to be a shootout between West Ham and Tottenham. And me and Big D went through the fixtures a few weeks ago when we had it that West Ham would win it or get out of it by 2 points. But at the moment, I don't know if that's going to happen.
They fluffed their lines for real.
Calvin say, listen to me, Norms. Nuno is a proven manager to De Zerbi. So you're not trusting the process, Cal. You don't think De Zerbi is going to get you out of trouble. Listen, there's 3 games to go for both of you? Is that right? Am I right? Yeah, 3 games to go for both of you. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. And it's going to be a shootout to the end. And I'm sorry to all my West Ham family, my brother-in-law, my nephew, and all of that. I can't give you any favours this weekend. I'm sorry. But the problem is that the problem is that, you know what I mean, they're going to be wounded. You know, it's at the London Stadium. We must go there, be professional. I think off the back of us, you know, going through to a Champions League final, we're going to be right up there. But at the same time, being up there could be a problem because, you know what I mean, it's like we're going to go into this game thinking, no, we've got to be on it. We've got to be on. Back to business. We got to a final. Forget about that. Let's now be on job and do what we need, do what we need to do. So it is squeaky bum time for a lot of these mans. And at the moment, it's looking like West Ham could be the one that will end up going down. I'm well stressed, Norm. They got De Zerbi too late. I hear you, Cal. I absolutely hear you, brother. I absolutely hear you, man. I absolutely hear you. But listen, let me just quickly go on to Big D, the Fantasy Prem. We're coming down. 3 games to go.
Yeah, 3 games to go.
Let us know, Wagwan.
Yeah, man. Boy, we still can't rein in my brother Del Grady, man. With that better or was. Anyway, he's still topping that league, still consistently getting over 50 points a game week. You see Michael X there in 12th, Norm. She's struggling for that Champions League spot.
Yeah.
I've just got myself into a Europa League with Chile in a conference league behind me. You know what I want?
Who scored?
PSG.
Oh my God.
Dembele.
Oh my God. They must be. I haven't even got the TV on. I'm going to switch it on in a minute. Oh my gosh. Bayern Munich, come on, sort it out, brother. Look at what was 4 minutes gone. This is what I'm trying to say. Are we going to be able to withstand that kind of attack? We're gonna have to stink it out, brother. We're gonna have to stink it out. I don't know how we're gonna do it, guys.
Company looks vexed. That's a good goal.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go and watch that in a bit. But quickly, Big D.
So I think now with 3 games to go, I think we are a 2-horse race now. I don't think anybody can catch these 2 now. Everyone else is just playing for Champions League spots. But it's been good. It's been competitive until these 2 kind of really got to the peak. Everyone has just been skipping each other up and down, taking over. So for me, I'm happy. I started terrible. So to be in 6th with 3 games to go, I'm kind of happy with that. You know what I mean? It's not been a great season in any of my leagues. So, you know what I mean? I got to take that one on the chin. But yeah, man, we keep it going. So my money is on Del Grady. That's my brethren. So he's cooking in our league as well. So I don't expect him to fluff his lines with 3 games to go. Yeah, man. I don't know if Norman's going to put the put our thing up, Norm, as our prediction league. Is he doing
He probably will.
Yeah. Just quickly on, we didn't really cover us really. Kevin Maynard,
very well done. Very well done.
Yeah, I mean, a double over the reigning champions. The people telling me they're depleted, but at centre back we're depleted. We're playing a young kid that cost us £1 million from Arsenal Academy. Let's not get it twisted now.
Yeah.
Right, you know what I mean? These men are trying to behave like we had our first 11.
He's kind of quietly going about his business, Haven.
Yeah. He's very sure of himself. I like that. Not cocky. He looks like a quiet kid, you know what I mean? Where you got to drag him out and get him to speak up and stuff. Like, he'll sit at the back of the class and keep quiet, kind of fella. But yeah, I mean, obviously they're missing Salah, but really and truly, what has Salah done this season?
No,
that's why they are where they are right now, because Salah hasn't performed. So the one you're paying the most money hasn't performed. So you can't make him a factor just because he didn't play against Man United. I'm not trying to hear that. There's a lot of Liverpool fans, you know, making excuses before the game in my chat. I'm not having it, mate. And I just want to salute man like Kobe Minu, mate, because obviously he's come back in the side and took that goal so well. Yeah, and you have to remember, we gifted them too as well, guys.
Exactly.
And then I'm worried for Ahmad. Ahmad is shot right now. Mentally, he's shot. Hence why he didn't start the game. He's come on and literally gifted them a goal in a matter of 4 minutes or whatever it was of being on the pitch. Like, and the moment he made the pass, he realized he was cooked. And even though he ran back, he had his shirt over his head, like he was bawling. And I'm like, yeah, get this kid out of here, man. Mentally, and I love what Carrick did, and even some of the players I saw Bruno and Casemiro just go over and give him a hug, and I saw Carrick after the game just arm around the shoulder, telling him, "Brah, you're okay, man. You're okay. We won it." You know what I mean? So something they've got to address with him. And I think I've said it a few times now. I'm not like the guys that went to AFCON and come back. They've all been, the form's just dipped
and Wayman's been off it, hasn't he?
Yeah, totally off it. So it's not just Ahmad. I'm not just knocking Ahmad. Even Mazweri has been a little bit inconsistent after going to AFCON. So there's something to be said about too much football in a season, and we got a World Cup coming up. Now, I had a narrative, Norm, today, which is interesting. They're saying that Man United cannot strengthen the squad and get a new manager in the same summer window. And I thought that was an interesting narrative. Yeah, I've heard it from a few people now. Because of the World Cup. Sorry?
Yeah. Would you keep Carrick?
Not necessarily. He wouldn't be my first choice. Not because he's not good enough. I think that when you go from one game a week to 4 competitions, rotating that, it's a different beast. It's Old Trafford, mate. And I'm not saying he's not good enough. He's not proven that he can be in charge of a big club. Obviously, we've watched Chowski make these mistakes, putting someone that probably not right there. Now, if he stayed on as one of the as second in command to a top coach or manager, I wouldn't object to that at all.
But he won't though, because he would have done that last time, and he kind of
and he walked away. And I think he's been. I saw Rio and them trying to press him on it the other day, and he didn't bite. He does.
He's very, very, very good at that. You know,
and that's what I like about him is that he stayed very calm. He said, "Listen, the club are making moves in the background. When they're ready to talk to me, they'll talk to me. As for now, I was given a job to stabilize this team, which I've done, and in stabilizing, he's got Champions League football. So he's done what he came to do. Like I say, the rise from one game a week to 2 games a week, juggling the cups and back in the Champions League with that, it's a different beast. And I do fear that the Glazers and the way Sir Jim is being tight with his purse strings now, I think they would probably lean on him. If they lean on him, he's got to get rid of them coaches. He's got to go. He's got to go. He's got to let them go. I don't want to see Jonathan Woodgate and let's not do that. Let's not do that. You know. What I mean?
I've just got it on now, innit?
So that's where I am with it, guys. You know, a great win over. Obviously, Liverpool for me are our biggest rivals. Not Man City. It's always been Liverpool. And before that, it was probably Arsenal to a point as well, where that was the try for me. Yeah. Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United. You know what I mean? They were always our biggest games in the Premier League. So to do the double over the reigning champions that haven't really lived up to the bill, that's probably one of the worst defenses of a title in Premier League history, what Liverpool have just currently done now. So, and like I said, Liverpool fans hold that. That's all I can say, man. Because remember, we were in the Codens, man.
Apart from after 22 minutes, they found out that Sesko handballed the ball in ref watch.
But Norm, I've looked at that at so many angles, and I'm saying...
Yeah, but they found an angle. That's what I'm saying. No, but
Norm, it would have changed the direction of the ball.
They found an angle, man.
It never changed the direction of the ball. I'm not having it, Norm.
It brushed his fingers.
Norm, you heard the AI, right? Right, that was an AI stunt, mate. They hated that.
No.
I ain't having it, mate.
No, let me come back at you, yeah, because you're the one that said you want AI referees and AI VAR.
Yeah, and they used AI against us, exactly. they never want us to do the double norm. And I said it last week, you know, about the FA. The FA want Arsenal to win this title. Trust me. And fair play, because City have peed them off.
Okay.
So there's agendas here, Norman. We know how football works now. The money in football, the agendas. How many games have we watched this season where we've all agreed that's a blatant penalty, and VAR said, nah, not a chance.
It's crazy. It's crazy, brother. It's crazy.
But like I say, the mistakes nearly cost us. And then Kobe said, hold my Bud Light, Bridget. and that was it. He said, hold my Bud Light, Blaps. Because I didn't even think he was going to shoot from there. And he just said, yeah, I got this.
Yeah. Hey, but that's good after getting his new contract. To then
exactly. It was perfect. Perfect timing.
Fair play.
So for me, player of the week in the Premier League, Kobe Minor, taking down Liverpool at Old Trafford.
And shame on you, Amarim. Shame on you, Amarim.
Disgusting.
Yeah. But listen,
you know what I mean?
The prediction table, guys.
Oh my goodness.
I'm level on with Big D on 26 points.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Chile on 25 points. Kofi on 22
Chile
points.
Coming. Norman Chile coming.
JP on 19 points. And Ez, brother, it's a reflection of the blue. It's look. Listen, this is an absolute
Chelsea every week.
This is an absolute reflection of Chelsea. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't fit the 6 dot on there.
No, ones.
Out of 35 games, I think I've gotten Chelsea 34. I think there was only 1 week I didn't.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And this is a reflection. I'm doubling down on it though, because if I want to see what happens now. I'm going Chelsea next game, by the way, everyone.
Okay. Make sure you're in the crowd. Yeah, make sure you're carrying the banners. Yeah,
I will be. I'm 34 deep. Might as well. And then we'll see at the end. And I'm only doing my forfeit when JP does his. Easy.
Yeah, listen. JP, Chile, and all that, man, they disappeared off the face of the earth, man. But don't worry. Just because we ain't seen them on stream, they will have to come on stream. Yeah, I will find you, JP. Yeah, I will find you. I'll come to your house. I'll stream live from your yard.
I can still catch JP, to be fair. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over. Actually, it's not over, Chile.
No, it's not over. No, you're not way off the pace, Ez. You're not way off the pace, mate.
Yeah, no, it's not over, man. But no, big up.
But you can get a couple of blues on that running and be level, mate.
If I can get one outcome right, and then I'm back.
Yeah, and a couple of blues, you're good.
Well, I just want to have one last laugh, and that was like, look, when we was going through some serious stuff, going through those last 3 weeks, and that when I think it was when Man City beat who was it that they beat and the guy was drinking the bottle?
Oh yeah, that fella, that big fella.
Where is he now?
He's drinking the Arsenal tears.
Here he is.
Watch him.
Here he is.
So they put him in an Everton shirt this time.
AI is gone crazy.
AI is gone crazy.
Wow.
So sometimes don't do it. Yeah, hold your horses, brother. Press the brakes before you start doing that, because it can just change like that. That's why I'm not quick to. I'm just laughing at the fact he's doing. I'm not saying that, Man City are bottling the league and blah blah blah, because anything can just change like that. We can go.
You lot should have waited until you win it, then drop this. That's what
it's true. It's true.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Because
I could look up. I could get clipped up here.
He has a chance to be very funny.
I could get clipped up here. So listen.
So who does he support now? This guy.
Who? He's a City supporter.
Oh, the City fan.
Yeah, remember he had an Arsenal bottle.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
Yeah, so they're just AI. They're just AI.
Yeah, so they just flipped the Everton shirt on him.
Yeah, they're just AI it, bro. You know what I'm trying to say?
He's drinking his own tears, isn't he?
Yeah, and I mean, they showed a shot. They showed a shot of him in the Everton when he was just. They nearly scored. Bayern Munich nearly scored, and he was just doing that. He just couldn't believe what was going on, because obviously at that point, City was 3-1 down. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So sometimes you just need to just press the brakes, man. Calm down on you trolling us and whatever. And now, you're the laughing stock at the moment. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Let's hope that Arsenal are the laughing stock. Oh God, I'll tell you this Kvaratskhelia guy, brother. We're gonna.
Yeah.
I don't know how Ben White's gonna deal with Ben White. Listen, Timber. I think Timber's out for the season.
I think he is.
One of my Man United veterans told me he wouldn't want Kvaratskhelia at his club. because
for him.
Because you allegedly don't play with wingers. But if he's available, surely you snap him up and you think about it later.
You got to do that business, then you. Yeah,
you just. Oh yeah,
it's the same as not Camavinga, the other one. The Camavinga that might be up for grabs from Real Madrid.
Oh,
one of the midfielders. Yeah, you got to do it, and you figure it out. It was the injuries there. I'm like, listen, like you manage him and you make sure he plays all them top 6 games, and the Champions League. That's it. You just manage him better. But you don't walk away from players like that.
Treat it like baseball, man. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
Or the NBA with the load management.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They're just load management. You know what I mean? You don't get LeBron playing every game now for the Lakers until it comes to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's 36 years old or whatever he is now. 37. Yeah. No, he's more than older than that.
You know what? Listen, bro. Let's go back to the football. If PSG do get through, you know what I mean? We'll just have to play them. We'll just see what happens, brother. Yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. You know what I mean? Arsenal might have to come with the dark hearts, the defensive thing and that.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. And why not? It don't matter, Norms. Once you get to a final, anything goes. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. As long as you're not rugby tackling a man.
I think just before we go, I think what Arsenal need to do, if we can wrap up the league and say against Burnley, it's a big if. Then he needs to rest these players. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Exactly.
If we win it at Burnley, on the Monday night, then that's what we need to do. Rest those key players.
Yeah. Sure.
And I think you know what it is. What's going to be nice if we do win the league going into this now? It's like, bro, we've got it over the line.
Yeah.
So, boy, the world's an oyster. You never know. You just don't know. Do you know what I mean? It might mean that Arsenal will play on the front foot. Can't see it, especially with Arteta being in charge. I can't see it. And if you're going to go toe to toe with this team, be it PSG, the way they move the ball, the way they counter attack on you, it's just ridiculous. And they've got very good technical players. Maybe we just need a few tight hamstrings to a couple of their players, and we might be all right.
You know that already.
You know what I'm trying to say. Just it is what it is. But listen, people, I'm going to go and watch the rest of the game. I want to say a massive thank you to Big D. Thank you for your time. Really appreciate it, brother. You know what I mean? Next week we go again, and also again, Ez, thank you very much for coming on as well. Really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody in the chat. But before you leave, please smash that like button, subscribe and share if you are new. As I said, hold it on the road to 1,050. Let's get there. Hopefully, you know what I mean. Sunday we have a game against West Ham, Super Sunday, away at the London Stadium. We must win that game. I think if we win that game, big up Suge. What you saying, man? Big up to you every time. Everything's going fine for you all the way in Australia. I don't know what time it is there, but respect for you, brother. We are about to come out the show. I don't know if I've had a raid or something because people are coming over. I don't know if it is a raid, but if it's not, big up to you. Sue's just saying big up to everybody. Vincenzo just saying bye, Normski and everyone. Yeah, don't worry, man. I'm on, bro. Big up, Gavin saying big up to Suge. Rog, listen, man, brother, you needed to sort it out, bro. You needed to sort it out. I will give you a ring straight after the show just to give a quick chat with you. And then
I'm saving themselves.
I'm gonna watch the rest of this. And Khawaja just saying big up to Suge. Junior, nice one, gents. Big up.
Yeah, man, big up.
And Suge just giving the old prayer emoji. Big up to everybody. But people, it's been a minute. We move on to the next show next week. Take care. And
man.
God bless.
Okay, guys.